Good morning, YouTube. How are you all doing? Oh, good morning. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. I'm the Moon Mama. And how are y'all doing today? Today I am feeling I woke up with an incredible to-do list inside of my mind, which is a little frustrating for me just because, good morning, Quasi. Um, I when I have a to-do list in my mind, whatever it is, like if it's a long to-do list, I'm doing the first thing that needs to be done. I'm thinking about all the other things that need to be done. And so I have a really challenging time being present. That's what's kind of going on with me this morning is that I have a to-do list and I'm getting things done, but I'm not really present in the midst of it. So the first thing I want to do is let you, everyone know that there will be a new moon meditation on Thursday evening at 6:30, Sagittarius new moon. We want to really anchor in the power of our faith, the power of our faith, the power of our vision, our knowing the truth. Like we really want to be able to access these energies for ourselves, so that we are not dependent upon others um, to us for our for our center, right? For our center, we want to be centered in ourselves, and that's the thing about Sagittarius. That I stop it, stop these cats, Lord have mercy, they be trying to tear up everything. The thing about our ability to access what we need, and Sagittarius is this knowing. It is, and if you know people who are Sag, they just have a knowing. And it's the weirdest thing ever because they just know. But if you understand astrology and Jupiter being the largest planet in our solar system, then it makes sense that they know, because Jupiter is the energy of like faith and freedom and expansion, and there's like a joyfulness in it, a luckiness that comes with this Jupiter energy. So the Sagittarian um energy is something that we all need to like, and we all have it somewhere in our charts, right? And we might even have planets in it or something like that. But the thing about the Sagittarius energy is that it is the energy that builds our trust. It is the energy that builds our connection to the divine within us. It is our connection to God within. And so it is very, very, very important. In Western astrology, they say, oh, it's your in Western astrology, that it's your religion, the way you connect to God, right? But that's just the Western mindset to call it religion. But literally, it is a practice of connecting to your divinity. However you do that, everybody does that in a different way. It's about the awareness of it, because your divinity is already within you. You cannot separate yourself from your divine nature. But when you bring your conscious awareness to your divine nature, something else happens. There is an experience that begins to unfold, a flowering that begins to occur when you bring your attention to your divinity, and everyone has it. It's different for everyone, but everyone has it. So the Sagittarius new moon meditation ritual will happen on Thursday evening at 6:30. It is in my link tree. You can go register for it there. Now, let me say that I am having a time with my link tree and like Calendarly and doing these group things. So the date of it, even if you have to pick another date, it's still going to be on Thursday evening. Just pick a date if the date that you want isn't available, and I'm going to send out the link for everybody to be there at the same time on Thursday. Okay, so that is that. Now, today is a Mars day. um, Today is a Mars day, and Mars is in Scorpio. Can you believe there is still stuff fucking going on in Scorpio? I'm so over Scorpio. Okay. So, and I'm grateful. Let me just, you guys will watch me like be like, I just do a thing because like I know that the universe, the best way to be with things is just to be with them, right? To not resist them, to not be upset that it's that Mars is still in Scorpio, because that creates an energy and a frequency of resistance within me. So I'm feeling what I'm feeling, but I also know that it's better to just be with it, get everything, like eat it all up while it's here, because it is delivering something that is necessary and needed. So that is what I know is true. And then my ego is like, fuck this shit. I'm tired of this shit. Like, when is this shit over with? And so I just give myself permission to kind of dance between both. But we need Mars and Scorpio. Why? Because Mars and Scorpio helps us access our desire, our power. It is the energy that churns and allows us to transform ourselves. It is the power behind, Scorpio is the power behind everything, right? So everything in the universe is the coming together of opposite energies to create something new. That's Scorpio, that's sex. One energy feminine, one energy masculine, they come together and create something new. That's the energy of Scorpio. That's the energy of sexuality. That's the energy that we see all around in nature. It's everywhere. It's all we're doing all the time, crossing energies and making something else. That's the way of the universe, right? So while we have Mars and Scorpio still, and we have the Sun in Sagittarius, and the Sun in Sagittarius is about our faith, expanding. I, right now, personally, am having such an interesting time with this idea of expansion. And expansion, like we all want more, right? It's like more money. And it's just about, well, what is it that you want more of? Because I have an abundance of cat hair in my house, and I've been working to clean it every day. And I was in my kitchen a moment ago, and I was like, I am so grateful that I don't allow the cats in the kitchen, because the only thing we will be eating is cat hair. Because this cat hair thing is everywhere. But that is that when I'm cleaning the cat hair, I just bring myself to the mindset of abundance. Like, this is what abundance. I'm like, okay, $1 for every cat hair, $1 for every cat hair, $1 for every cat hair. An ounce of love for every cat hair, an ounce of love for every cat hair, more joy for every cat hair, more joy for every cat hair. Like, really just getting my energy in the flow of abundance and opening up and expanding and letting go of the resistance, letting go of the tendency to resist, to be at odds with the new thing, to be at odds with the thing that is familiar, letting go of the tendency to be at odds with when something new is coming. Because in order for us to embody something new and to expand, we have to really get out of the old way of being. Like, so if you're a woman and you've been pregnant before, you know what I mean, right? Because when there's a little seed, a little semen that's dropped in your body, and then your body starts to expand. But it's the body you've always had. And so it has to stretch and it has to become more, it has to get out of your comfort zone. And hey, Jarvis, Otis, it has to get out of your comfort zone so that you can really open up. And this is what we have to do in our consciousnesses and our psyches when we are opening up to become more of who we are here to be. We have to be willing to expand. And so that's the energy of the new moon that's happening in Sagittarius. But while Mars is in Scorpio, we really want to recognize that we are letting go of our shadow. And here's the thing, when I say letting go of the shadow, I mean transmuting the energy. That's what I mean. Transmuting it. The shadow is necessary and needed. It's like the shadow is a part of the light is a part of the shadow. You can't have one without the other. So, God and the devil, they're one thing. God is the light, the devil is the dark, the shadow, but it's one thing. There's no separation in it. So while Mars is moving through Scorpio, we want to be looking at our shadows and our fears and our sensual nature and our sexuality. And we've been in this conversation for a while, but it's really looking at how you approach your sexuality. As a woman, do you feel ashamed of your sexual nature and your desire? Because desire is the energy that tells the universe where you want to experience the expansion. So desire is a part of this thing. So if you are at odds with your sexuality and at odds with your desire and at odds with your passion, or if you are focusing your passion and desire in obsessive ways where your needs are not getting met, right? I feel like I did that so much of my life. Just um, really not really knowing how to get my needs met, so that I would create a lot of obsessions where my mind would just be fixated on things that I couldn't really have, and then I would create jealousy and envy. It's just such a complicated matrix, but all to say, you want to be able to look at those things. You want to be able to claim that stuff and own it and look at it, and not make it be about why such and such didn't call you back, or how come you don't make it. That stuff is a part of it. That's the signal that there is something underneath that really needs your attention. When you're like obsessing and can't get your needs met, and you want and you can't have, and there's jealousy, that's the signal that's the trigger for you to pay attention, is what I want to say. That's the trigger for you to pay attention to yourself, not to what somebody else is doing, not to what you think you can't have, or not to what anybody said, or any of that kind of stuff. You want to pay attention to how you feel, what's going on in your own reality, so that you can begin looking at that to transmute it into truth. Because Sagittarius is truth. The sun is in Sagittarius. We're about to have a new moon in Sagittarius. We're having an eclipse, full solar eclipse in Sagittarius. We're in an eclipse window right now. So there's a lot of energy changing, transforming, and then we're going to land somewhere. That's the thing. It's like we're traveling through space, through consciousness, and then this eclipse is going to happen on Friday, and we're going to land somewhere. So that's why you want to like clean up as much as you can, like get yourself like, and when I say clean it up, I mean see it, love it, embody it, accept it. Don't make it wrong, be with it. This is how we transmute stuff. And so because this eclipse is coming in, you want to look at yourself and really bring love and attention and acceptance and freedom. Sagittarius is about freedom. Like, what can you free yourself from? What can you give yourself freedom from? What can you open up? Where's a new idea? Where's some truth that you haven't really been willing to see yet, that you might be willing to see now? What truth is available to you now that maybe wasn't available to you last year at the time of the Sagittarius moon? So these are the energies. The moon is in Libra, and the moon in Libra, we just had this Mercury retrograde in Libra. The Libra is about relationship, right? The Scorpio is about relationship. Sag is about freedom from old relationship patterns, okay? Because Sag is gonna burn that old shit up and be like, that's the thing I love about Sag. I met this man probably about 6 months ago. It was so cute. I don't wash clothes. Like, I have all these interesting things that I don't do. I don't wash clothes unless I have a washer and dryer in my house. But so until I have a washer and dryer in my house, I take the clothes to Fluff and Fold and get it washed. I don't like washing clothes. I don't like washing clothes in public places. And anyway, so I'm in the laundry dropping off my clothes, and there's this brother in there, and he's a shorter brother, probably about my height exactly. And he was just so excited, and he started talking to me, and he didn't know, but he was talking to me about all the things that I do. He was talking about, the new world and all these things coming in, but he wasn't listening to me to even or he wasn't asking me anything to see, like, were we in agreement? He was really just looking for a wife, and it was hilarious. And so sometimes I do this thing where I'm like, okay, sure, okay. And so he asked my information. I'm like, okay. And so I just was like, just see, because I rarely am attracted to people. And sometimes I need to get to know people to actually see why I'm attracted. I can't necessarily always decide immediately. And so I just gave him a chance. And we had maybe one or two conversations. And I think in the second conversation, he said, "You're going to be my wife." And the first conversation was 10 minutes, and we were probably 15 minutes into the second one. And I was like, this is a motherfucking Sagittarian. He's like, the fire is burning and he is ready. And you're moving too fast for me at this stage today. But that's the Sagittarius energy. It is not holding on to no old stuff. It is like, what's new now? If you ready, I'm ready. If you coming, I'm going. That's Sagittarius energy. So literally, it's with Mars moving through Scorpio and the moon in Libra and all this relationship stuff. It's an opportunity to burn all that old stuff off, to really let it go, to really just be like, I'm done. Like, we're on to the next thing. Open your heart. What else is next? Like the brother in the laundry room, he like, hey, I know I've talked to you for 20 minutes, but you look like you could be my wife. It's like, we're going to find somebody else for that. But thank you. I get it. Because I understand that Sag energy, right? It sounds like your 12-year-old. Yes, they fall in love. Oh my God, those Sages. I was once in a deep committed relationship with a Sag, and it's all I know is that it's fast, right? It's fast. And then when they're over it, it's done. It does not linger. They are on to the next thing. So I'm feeling the burning even in my dreams. So anyway, okay, so use the energy today, the Mars energy, to be with your desire, right? Be with your deepest desire. See how shadowy it is or clean, right? Like, see if it's pure of your heart, like if it's really, enthusiasm and open, or if it's caught up in old stuff, like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like just see if you are open, because it's time for the next thing. All right, you all. I love you guys so much. I am registered for the new moon meditation on Thursday. I am doing a live event in Los Angeles. And so if you are local on Friday, me and Jeanette from Ascension Alchemy are going to be doing a new moon solar eclipse event on Friday. I have been looking for a space to do live events in, because I didn't want to do things in my home anymore, because I'm just here all the time. I need to get out. And was out on Larchmont the other day and met a beautiful sister who just created a new space for people to come in and do events. And so I'm going to be doing that on Friday. If you'd like to come, it's going to be at 6:30 in the evening. Me and Jeanette's going to do her crystal bowl healing. I'm going to do the astrology. We're going to do a meditation together. We're going to just spend some time. My intention and desire is to bring people, specifically people who are interested in feminine, like really learning how to work with feminine energy, the internal planes, the power that is within you, to harness magic. You guys hear me talk about the imagination. You hear me talk about the rituals and the things that come into my life. And the more we can come and do this together in person, harnessing our intention, harnessing our desire, putting our focus for our individual selves and for our collective communities. The more we can do this together, the more we can harness power to actually cultivate a new reality. It has to come from the inside out and not outside in. That's why when people go and march and vote and all that sort of stuff, it doesn't really last, because there's not an internal shifting of the energy. So we're going to start doing the internal work. We're already doing it, but we're going to come in public space to do it together. So if you are in Los Angeles or planning to be in Los Angeles and you would like to attend, I can send you the flyer and the address. It's going to be donation only. And I'm just really excited and I feel very blessed. Okay. Thank you all for joining. I'm so grateful to have you here always. And I think that's it. Okay. Peace and blessings. Have a really wonderful Tuesday, Mars Day. Mars Day is Tuesday. Mars is in Scorpio. And so that's about your passion, your desire, channeling your energy, the moon in Libra through your relationships. How are you those deep, passionate, sensual, sexual energies in ways that really serve opening your heart, being who you really are here to be, following your faith, being in truth, and living up to the expectations of your divine purpose. Okay, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. All right, everyone. Bye, Javis. It was good seeing you, or Jarvis. It was good seeing you here. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.